about LeBron.
Yeah, for once it's not
About LeBron. It's about the Rondo and Lonzo. I hear you, Dad. I hear you,
Giving that
Dad.
work right now on the sneak.
But
Rondo, man.
Rondo signed with the Lakers, the point guard, and then Lonzo had a lot of hype coming into last year.
Man.
Number 2 overall pick.
Man.
Magic's first pick as the.
And we said he's gonna be in the Raptors one day.
Yeah, so
so looking at that, and I mean, I love Magic. Love Magic. Everybody loves Magic. What's going on? You're bringing in a point guard who's a similar player, in a sense, right? They're both pass first point guards. They both can't really shoot. I mean, like, what? The only difference is one 6'1", one's about 6'6", 6'7". Like, is it like what are we thinking right now? Why do you think Magic brought in Rondo when you got your point guard that you're saying is the future of the NBA and the future? Like, I mean, when you're getting hung in the Raptors with the Lakers, that's a big deal.
Like my thinking when I first seen it, this is my initial thinking. Lonzo's gone. That's my initial.
That's what I thought too. I was like, he's out of here.
Yeah,
the LeVar drama, like all the, and like Lonzo's a good kid, but like just the LeVar drama in itself, like we don't want to deal with it. And looking at like, dang, Bron probably don't want to deal with LeVar because guess what? When things aren't going right, LeVar gonna open his big mouth and he's gonna be taking shots at LeBron. Because right now he's praising him like, oh, if you, because he said the other day, and I don't like giving like too much attention to it. But he said the other day, like, you put my son with the best player on the planet, how are they not going to win rings? Yeah. Right? So you're praising him right now, but like when things aren't working out, you already know what LeVar's going to do. LeVar's going to be LeVar. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to be himself. So, I mean, I know I've seen some reports where people were talking about, like, well, maybe they're trying to light a fire under Lonzo by bringing him in, because Lonzo is a passive guy.
But then again, you had the head coach saying he wish he would be a mentor to him. So like, how can it be?
There's so many mixed signals.
Like, so how can you be a mentor?
They're not on the same page. Nobody's on the same page right now. Like the coach ain't on the same page. Another Nickers don't cut him.
Your dad.
But yeah, they're not on the same page. Luke, like you said, Luke said that. Why? And Rondo's not gonna back down. Rondo is Rondo. No matter how you look at it, Rondo is a competitor, and Rondo's not coming in to sign this, 1 year, I think it was $9 million.
Yeah.
To be coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Unless somehow he just knows, like, all right, I'll be in the clutch. But like, he's not coming in to be your backup. It's Rondo.
Yeah.
It's Rondo. So like, I mean, I think LeBron probably liked the pick.
Because like he's been saying, like he want to play off the ball.
Off the ball. Rondo has a high IQ, and LeBron, sometimes doesn't play with players who have high IQs. You have a high IQ point guard, and you can be off the ball and let him make decisions and run the team. And LeBron doesn't have to worry with Rondo with the ball in his hand. He doesn't have to worry like, is he gonna do something dumb? Is he gonna? Which Lonzo, talented young player, but like there's still a learning curve. Rondo's already at that curve. He's there. He's seasoned.
Yeah, he's
seasoned.
He's in it.
So I mean,
and then like you already know LeBron said he won't prove in players.
Proven.
Rondo's he's
an NBA champ.
He don't play more. He don't play more playoff games than Lonzo played regular season. Like
he's proven. And he's played at that high level where there's a team of pressure where we have to win. And they won when he played with the Celtics. And I mean, what he did in his last playoff, he showed he still got it.
And he in his game elevates. In the playoffs. It always elevates.
Yeah.
His points per game go up.
He gets more aggressive.
Go up. Assists go up, and like that's when legends are made is in a playoff. Like that's when you need to step up your game and like.
He's done it.
He's
done it year after year,
yeah.
consistently. So I think Magic saw that like, dang, Rondo wants to play with us.
Like Magic said, you gotta win when you got the best player in the game. You gotta win.
I'll just say this: it's a good problem to have, but it also could be too. They brought him in because maybe they're still trying to work, and we'll talk about it later. That Kawhi deal and get rid of Lonzo. We'll talk about that later with Kawhi, but it could be something from that angle. Because that's what I mean. Me and you were both looking like, well, dang, he's gone, and he's still there right now.
Yeah. So who you think will start for the Lakers?
Who do I? Is it or who do I think they're actually going to start? Not who do I think should start.
Who you think the Lakers are going to start?
That they're going to start, in their opinion. Man, I know the Lakers are going to. I mean, I look at it two ways, right? So you got the point of view of Lonzo, look to the future, which a lot of teams do. Like the NBA is not the NBA of the '90s. They look at the young players like you're going to lead the way. It's not you're under this older guard. Let him teach you. You wait a year or two and become that guy. But also look at it another way. They know they only got LeBron for a limited time, right? LeBron's playing at an amazing level, but how many more years can he be at? You know, we talked about that last time. How many more years can he be at that level?
Mm-hmm.
I think the Lakers are going to start. They're going to start with Lonzo, but during the season, Rondo's going to take that spot because it's Rondo, and Rondo's going to prove each game, I'm better. I make better decisions. LeBron's more comfortable with me. LeBron plays better with me. And Lonzo can handle the pressure. But I think they'll probably start off with Lonzo. Even though I don't agree with that. I think that's probably what the Lakers will do.
But okay, like how you saying, like my opinion, like how you saying, like starting off with the pressure and everything, like that's like what Kyrie said. There's pressure playing with LeBron.
There is.
So I think Rondo is starting off. I think they're gonna start him off from the beginning. You got to like with the pressure. Like down, like with the Lakers fans, like everything, like the Lakers are saying they about to win the championship. They delusional them, but but that's the pressure LeBron. Like
when you're in that yellow, but that gold and purple, like they only care about rings.
We seen like Lonzo play with the pressure, just being the number 2 pick, and then going to the Lakers and getting all this hype.
Yeah.
You seen like he had good numbers, but put a player that's saying that's better than him. Why not?
That can do that.
Yeah.
Like he can do that. Like Rondo's worst games, he can do that. But that's like I agree with that. But I'm just thinking like what I see from that standpoint, how it'll start. And it might only be a couple games, unless somehow like just in this, which I think Rondo can do it in the training camp. Rondo just kills him.
Yeah.
And gets in him and getting in his head. But kind of moving on to
like
the next.
even like do you think Rondo like was signed with the Lakers if they didn't tell him like?
That's what Rondo. He's been reported saying that like, because Magic said it.
Yeah.
It's open. And then their GM came out saying, was Lonzo?
Mm-hmm.
He came out saying, report like a couple days ago saying, everybody's position is up for grabs except for LeBron's. So all the positions are open. So whoever wants to fill the spot and step up and be that guy, you can do it. Of course, LeBron's a cemented. He said everybody but LeBron. So like everything's open. Of course, Luke's on a different page.
But even with Luke used to bench him. Like I think Luke like to me, I see that like we got
there's gonna be pressure coming. Like even if Luke
like
loves him, like there's gonna be pressure.
Every game
there's gonna be pressure
in the West.
Because like Luke, you're not established yet. You're not a Pop.
Yeah.
You're not a Steve Curry. You're not a Doc. To where they're looking like, all right, well, we're just gonna trust his decision and go with it. Like, and don't get me wrong, like with the talent that they had, I think Luke did good last year. But you're still not cemented in being like a coach, like a legendary coach that everybody around the league respects.
Yeah.
So there's gonna be that pressure like, hey Luke, put Rondo in that lineup. He started. Switch it up. It's not working. Yeah, and then you already know it's gonna be a circus because LeVar about let Rondo have one bad game. LeVar's gonna be in the news. Oh look, that's why they gotta start my son. They don't know what they're doing. The coach don't know what he's doing. Magic don't know. Like LeVar, like he has no limit. Like I don't even look at it like he's gonna say something about Magic. You already said something about Jordan that you could beat him 1-on-1. Why would he not say something about Magic when we all look at Jordan as a GOAT, right? So that's gonna be an interesting circus. But so we talked about who we think they're gonna start, but who do we think they're gonna like? Who would we start? Like, who would we start between Lonzo and Rondo?
I'll start Rondo. Like with that no, like I don't think that would be a question. Like Like, then I know that's gonna be the question all off season. But I'm thinking like, why is that?
Why is this a question?
Because like we already said, he's proven every game counts, and we know he can work with anybody, and then being with better players, that just makes him a better player.
Yeah, you've seen it. Like his history shows.
History. Just look at history. So I really think like they should start Rondo because we already seen the Lonzo train. We already seen that. We seen this hype train.
We know, yeah.
Yeah, so
he still needs to develop.
And then he still, but like how you were saying, like Luke might, like, all right, let me ease him in here. Like, would that throw Lonzo's game off, or like would that mess with his head? Him coming off the bench, going home, pouting everything.
Especially with his dad.
Yeah, because he's still.
He didn't have LeVar. Yeah, he didn't have LeVar at home.
Because he's still only 20 years old, so they can mess up their life. You ain't strong willed like a Kobe when he airballed two. Like, all right, he was complaining about like why I don't get playing time, and then once playoff came, Dale Harris going, all right, I'm gonna throw your young butt in there. He tried to sabotage him. That's what he tried to do. And like Kobe airball, like
he wasn't scared.
He wasn't scared. He came back like, I'm gonna be a better player.
Better shooter. And he said, I need to become a better shooter, get my legs under me.
Yeah.
And he did it.
So
like that's like saying like should Lonzo be coming back with a better jump shot this next year?
Yeah.
Like you got to get better every year. Like all the greats, since he's supposed to be one of the greats because he's going to be up in the rafters. You got to get better every year. You got to work on that weekend.
And then like he's not just the worst free throw shooter at the point guard. He was the second worst free throw in the league. Like the only dude that was worse than him was Andre Drummond, and he was shooting.
And he's terrible. Like he's terrible from the line.
So yeah, like you say, like you gotta get better.
He's airballing the Drew League game.
You gotta, you gotta come back with something new every single year. Like until when you hit your prime, even when you hit your prime, you should be still coming back.
Like Jordan used to do that. Jordan wasn't a great jump shooter. He came back, better jump shot. Came back, even better defender. You know what I mean? Like Jordan, like stronger. Like he improved every year. Kobe did the same thing. He came back.
The legends. That's what the legends do.
Like better in the post. And Jordan, he developed when he started losing his athleticism in the post, in the mid post. LeBron, even though LeBron did it later in his career and I always knocked him for that, he started getting better as a shooter, better in the post. Like you got to do those things. I know, and the thing is, we look at it, Lonzo, it's only his first year. But Lonzo, if you want to be one of the greats, you got to start now. Get ahead of the game. Get ahead of the curve.
And you already talking, saying that you want to be the great. So you want to be this legend. So
we can all work.
You have to do it. Like you can want it, but you have to go out there
and do it. So like you gotta work every day. Things got to change. They need to have a shooting coach in there with them, not LeVar.
Yeah, and then playing with LeBron, you're gonna have to knock down.
Yeah, because he's gonna get you wide open shots, and they're gonna leave you.
Yeah.
But also looking at that, taking it back to Rondo. Right, Rondo's not a great shooter as well, and Rondo, I'll say like at times he can hit big shots, and Rondo, even though he's not a shooter, he's not scared. He'll shoot it, he's not scared, but a lot of times he'll pass it up. He's
a great slasher too.
Yeah,
he can get to the hole that Lonzo couldn't do.
Yeah.
Like he can get to the bucket, so like even you sagging off of him, he's still some way getting to the cup.
Exactly.
So
But yeah, and I mean I totally agree.
And he works like. And he know his strengths, so he's not gonna be sitting out there like keep shooting
sitting at the
like what Lonzo would do.
But he's gonna do like Tony Parker used to do today. You sag off me, I'm gonna keep attacking you. You sag off me, I'm gonna keep attacking you, and now I'm in the paint. Then
you got LeBron to carry a lot of this load. You got LeBron to carry a lot of this load, so I can look at it like, man, all right, I'm gonna gel with the team. Let's keep getting better, and then once the play, like we got LeBron, so I think that's an easy 45 to 50 wins, easy. So like, let's get to this playoff, and then I can really up my game. So like,
yeah, no, I totally agree. Rondo is hands down better. He's proven. Now the good thing for Lonzo, if they actually keep him, because I still think that they're still probably working a deal with the Lakers to try to get Kawhi, and I'm sure he's included in that. But yeah, that's good for him. That's the Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers. You can learn behind a guy who's smart, knows the game. You can pick up, get better.
Yeah.
And that'll give you more time as well to work on your game. There's not as much pressure on Lonzo. Of course, like you said, it's gonna mess up his psyche as far as him coming off the bench. Because like, when is Lonzo come off the bench in his career?
Yeah.
Welcome. This should be your first year doing that. But like, it'll give him time to not have that pressure and learn. And it's not. Dang, Lonzo, you came up short. You're a role
like,
player now.
Never,
you can get better.
Like after every game, he was getting scrutinized. Like LeBron, like it was reports on him every single game. Like dang, you see.
But like a lot of that was his dad. Like LeVar, like
he put the pressure on.
Stop, man.
Put the
like,
pressure on.
I love, not to go off tangent, but off subject here, but I love LeVar supporting this for him. But man, you're throwing a lot of pressure on him. And I know Lonzo comes out saying, "Oh, I'm used to it. I can handle the pressure." You ain't really handling it. You ain't really handling it.
Like my dad been like this.
Yeah, and that's cool. Like, but now you haven't been in the NBA your whole life.
Yeah, you playing with grown men now.
This isn't Chino Hills.
But I would say with LeBron on the team, a lot of the focus.
It's gonna be off of him. It's gonna be off of him. But I'm saying that's what I'm saying. LeVar, stop, because you're gonna be putting it back on your son by saying stuff. Oh, my son should be out there. My son. He's better than Rondo. My son. Like, if LeVar just chilled in the cut, which you know he's not gonna do because it's not his personality. But if he chilled in the cut, then Lonzo would be Gucci. Like if LeVar wasn't saying all this stuff that they're gonna win the championship and do all this his first year, people wouldn't even like because Lonzo had a very, very like strong, solid rookie year. 12, 7, and 7, like that's strong. That's strong.
That's Draymond Green.
And that's his rookie year. But with LeVar, you putting all this pressure on him, people are like, oh, he should be averaging 25, 10, and 8. And now people are saying he came up short when if he didn't talk, people would be like, dang, like Lonzo had a good rookie year. And there'd be no negative, attention towards him. Mm-hmm. But I mean, again, like we said, to recap, Rondo, in our opinion, should be